Hey, what's up, YouTube? You already know I'm AllCity with AllCityLiveTV.com, and thank you for tuning in. Defense for NBA 2K22. Are we going to experience something new? Now, as far as the features report, as you guys know, I'm covering everything that's going on in the features report. If you guys follow the channel, I've been dropping videos about each section on the features report, so that way you can have full coverage and a better understanding on the 2K language and everything 2K mentions we should receive for NBA 2K22. I did this with the Courtside Reports back before the release of NBA 2K21, and I want to continue doing that so that we could I want to remind you guys of the things that they mentioned prior to the release of 21 and the product that we received, and I kind of want to review that for each section of the features report, so that way we just don't forget. You know what I mean? Because when the product gets released, we tend to forget. We get so consumed with the gameplay, whether it's good or bad, if it's frustrating or you enjoy it. We kind of get consumed with the gameplay and we forget what they actually told us we were going to receive. And that's what I want to kind of remind you guys about. As far as the defensive end of this features report, it says a completely revamped shot contest and blocking system highlight an arsenal of new defensive tools at your disposal. Now, they said something very similar prior to the release of NBA 2K21 and how we were going to have defensive stances for your favorite defensive player, and that never came about. They said the motion was going to feel a lot more fluid and that you were going to have a lot more control. In fact, the opposite happened when we play NBA 2K21, and I've been currently live streaming NBA 2K21 so I can get a better feel for what 2K21 has to offer, and that'll allow me to make a better assessment when we receive 2K22, be able to compare the two like analytically. So let's continue on. It says playing suffocating defense on the perimeter and in the paint has never felt more rewarding, giving elite defenders the ability to truly change the outcome of the game. We have had lockdowns in the past that truly changed the outcome of the game. That's not NBA 2K20. That's not NBA 2K21. That was way back in 2K19. 20 had a little bit of it, but 2K19 had lockdowns that truly changed the outcome of the game, and it was heavily noticeable. When a lockdown was on the court, they were a complete nuisance. Now, I don't want to say that 2K22 is going to reintroduce that type of lockdown defense, but I will say that 21's defense was so poor and so irrelevant that any step forward will be a huge benefit to the player and also to 2K. We'd feel like we're actually involved on the defensive end playing 2K, and we want to feel like that. We want to feel like our efforts help, and we're not just made to look like fools out there just on the court all willy-nilly with players just blowing past us. So I hope they do change the game. This has to go with the message that Mike Wang sent out not too long ago, talking about the blocking mechanic and whether or not shot contests should be considered from your perimeter defense or from your blocking attribute. So I don't know what they intend to do with the revamped shot contest and blocking system. Hopefully it's more realistic. I don't know if you guys remember way back when players would drive into the basket, as a defender, you were able to kind of like perform a SWAT block animation, and that rarely happens in NBA 2K21. You guys know how when you play 2K21 on current gen and you play 2K21 on next gen, they're two completely different sets of defense that you're playing out there. I think 21 on current gen has way more responsive defense than 2K21 on next gen. So I don't know if that's going to be the case for 2K22. I'm very curious about that. Hopefully they elaborate a bit more on that, whether or not the actual like gameplay mechanics are going to function the same for both versions of the game. As soon as I hear something, I'll definitely keep you guys posted. If you guys are interested in this type of content, you find it helpful and or informative, we're going to be dropping a ton of 2K22 news and updates. So please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, putting on those post notifications. I greatly appreciate it. We also go live, so come on out and join us. We're going to be live streaming 2K21. I would love to have you guys come on through. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Easy, y'all.